And Maria, we learned today that fire started in a residence room on this side of the building. It's the left side of the building on the second floor. Now, investigators could not determine an exact cause, but they identified two possibilities.
The loss of 10 residents from the fire at Gabriel House was an unprecedented tragedy.
As a memorial to the victims grows outside Gabriel House, some answers today about what happened.
Investigators determined that the Gabriel House fire began in a residence room.
10 people did not survive the fire at the assisted living facility July 13th. Dozens more were hospitalized. Investigators zeroed in on a resident's second floor room where they found two possible causes.
One was an electrical or mechanical failure involving the oxygen concentrator. The other was improper use or disposal of smoking materials.
The resident did not survive, so key questions about the start of the fire go unanswered for investigators. The fire marshal says the presence of oxygen and equipment throughout the facility helped the fire spread.
Please, there's truly no safe way to smoke. But smoking is especially dangerous when home oxygen is in use.
First responders are credited with saving lives at the facility. Now Fall River is planning to increase firefighter staffing with help from the state.
I'm announcing that I'm making $1.2 million in state funding available for Fall River to hire more emergency response personnel. And I think the important thing for the public to know is every day we want to make sure that we're putting forward the very best effort in terms of how we're approaching things.
9 other communities will also be getting some state funding to help beef up their first responder staffing. As for the investigation, it is not over. There are still questions about the sprinkler systems, about whether emergency protocols were followed. The district attorney saying today that all relevant factors will be considered. Live in Fall River, Sarah Conji, WCVB News Center 5.
Sarah, thank you for that. 5 Investigates has been digging into the questions surrounding the building's sprinkler system itself since right after that tragedy. Our Brittany Johnson is here right now with what a national expert is taking away from today's announcement. Brittany.
Well, as Sarah reported, investigators would not say today whether or not the fire suppression functioned properly the night of the fire at Gabriel House. We spoke with Robert Solomon again today. He's a national safety expert who helped write fire protection codes. Now, he says an investigation like this is complex, but he did reiterate that this is not what he would expect to see in a building where the sprinklers were working as they should.
When we have a fire in a fully sprinkled building, we rarely see fatalities. When we do see them, it's somebody that maybe is in that room of origin, and they were, for whatever reason, they were unable to evacuate the space or leave the space.
Solomon added that where the fatalities occurred in that building will be a key part of the investigation. As for the sprinkler system, Gabriel House released a statement yesterday saying they were tested just days before the fire, and the vendors said they were in working order. Reporting in the newsroom, Brittany Johnson, 5 Investigates.